What's up, everybody? Welcome back to today's stream. Hopefully you are doing well. And today we have a good one for you. We are sitting here in Salt Lake City. We arrived here on the last stream and this was a lot of fun. Views were amazing, and now we're looking to head out of here and head over to San Francisco. So we're sitting in the beautiful Delta A320. This will be flight Delta 2104, which is actually, I think, flown, not think, I checked, it's flown on an A319, yes, 319, not the 320. So sitting here on, I forget which gate this is, because this airport is a little funky. We're supposed to be, actually, there's gates over here that are not modeled in. I don't know if these are the actual, it's not supposed to be gates. The charts show us actual buildings for Concourse B, and that's not showing here. So coming in on the last stream, we saw the same issue. We were trying to look for gate B3, and it's just not modeled in here at all in the simulator. So we're here sitting at another gate. I think this is A something, whatever the closest, the next closest best thing. And let's get fired up and ready to go. We are sitting on VATSIM for this flight, and so we'll be looking out for ATC controllers. At the moment, there is none, but if they hop on, we'll definitely take advantage of that, and we should see some traffic. I thought I saw one inbound coming in here on Sim Toolkit Pro, so we'll see. All right, let's get to it, guys. Let's hop into our cockpit here. First, let's connect our jetway. Let's get that done. If that is going to reach, let's see. It might. It's going for it. Yeah, it looks like it has enough there. All right, while that is setting up, guys, let's hop into our aircraft here. Let's go to our overhead panel and get things fired up. First things first, batteries are coming on. I'm going to go ahead and turn on our external power next. And let me make sure the sounds are good. Last stream, the sounds were completely off. So I'm going to get my my thing over here. Make sure you guys can hear everything good on your end. So very good. Batteries are coming on. External power is coming on. We're going to go ahead and take care of our APU master switch. Oops, 1 second here. APU master switch. Start. Nav lights can come on. Cruise supply. ADIRS 1, 2, and 3 are set. And we're going to go ahead down here. Arm our emergency exits. No smoking signs are coming on. Everything else looking really good. Fuel pumps can come on as well, and we are set here at the top, guys. Let's go outside and get our passengers boarded. So we're gonna come here, PacX, not PacX. I combine Pushback and PacX. So Pushback Express is the one connecting everything together. PacX will be the one getting our passengers aboard today. Delta Airlines. We'll go ahead, Salt Lake City over to San Francisco, flight level 320, hour and about 40 minutes flight. So this should be a good one. Should have some real nice views of the mountains as well. So we'll see how that's going. All right, passengers are getting boarded. Very nice. Go back into our overhead panel. All looks good here. APU is available and ready. Let's smack that thing on there. And then we'll come down here to our MCDU. And I'm going to be looking to set this up in it. Request our flight plan from SynBrief. That is looking good there. And let's go ahead and load up some fuel, get our weather information, all that good stuff. So here we go. AOC menu. Adjust my my chair here a little bit. Perfect. Do we have an ATIS for Salt Lake City? I don't remember. Salt Lake City, I believe we do. Let's just double check here. Let's get an ATIS there. And then from here we're going to go hop over to, let's just request the weather just in case. I believe we do, but just in case, we'll request the weather. We'll have it ready. Next thing, we're going to hop over to our performance. Our fuel is going to be 73.55. We'll load that up in our flight pad. Load up the payload. So that is all set. Let's go over here to our flight pad and get this set up. We can go ahead and load up our fuel. In the meantime, let's go ahead and set up some of these lights so we can see what we are doing. Excellent, just making all our e-cams displays, up and lower display, nice and bright for us. Take care of a few things down here as well while we're at it, like our cockpit doors. No ATC today, so squawk 2200. All right, perfect. Sweet. Fuel, we needed what we mentioned. We needed 73.55. So let's hop back over here and plug that in. 73.55. Now be on dispatch. 73.55. All right, I usually just do real. It doesn't stay for some reason, I don't know why, but 73.55, about 3 minutes to get that going there. And heading down here, we have everything pretty much in order. Our APU is on, fuel is being loaded. Let's go back and start looking at some of the weather we just requested in our ATIS. So AOC menu, received messages. Here's the ATIS. Oh, we do have an ATIS for Salt Lake City, so perfect. We'll print that out. Looks like we'll be departing runway 34 left RNAV, that's the ILS, and then 34 right DME. So those are all the approaches. How about departures? So they don't have a departure listed here. That means we can just pick whatever's closest to us. That means tower ground is just assigning whatever runway they see best. So, but for sure, the 34s are active. So, and 35, as you can see there. Let's look at our charts as well. Let's get that set up, see where we are closest to. So we'll bring this over here, and now we have Salt Lake City. Here is our airport, and we are, let's click this so we know where we're located. All right, so right smack center in the middle of things, so we can go ahead and we should be able to do 34 right is fine. Yeah, let's do 34 right. We got inbound Delta 858 ILS 34 left. He's 10 miles out, so we could do 34 right. That looks good to me. And our departure today, so we have, it says that that's our desert. That's actually desert departure. So pretty straightforward here. Just climb up to 15,000 as you see there. All right, that looks good, guys. Let's get it in here. Let's get that program. So we have this printed. Our altimeter today is sitting at what are we looking at here? 3013. So 3013, 34 right. Let's get all set up to go here. All right, this is set. Flight directors is on. Let's make this a little bit brighter so we can see what we're doing. Fuel is being loaded. Heading back to our panel here. We did print this out. Let's go ahead and take care of a few things. Flight plan, we are looking to depart via the desert departure, and that's going to be runway, was it 34 right? Yeah, 34. You know, we'll do 34 left. We'll do 34 left is fine. Either one is fine. No issues. 34 left, desert 1 departure, and we're gonna go ahead. Our transition for today is going to be BAM, and that's already in there, so we'll get that all set up. Our departure, our arrival, just so we're here now, is gonna be the Bodega 3 arrival. So arrival Bodega 3. Right now, not Simbri. Well, Simbri just gave me ILS 28 left. We can always check that as we get closer. But at least we have our approach in here, Bodega 3, and we can check that a little bit better later. Lex is going to be the transition we're using, ILS 2A, Bodega 3 again, and now Lex should be here. So that is good and all set. All right, let's go back to init page number 2. Let's get our fuel in here. We needed 7, what was that? 7.3. Come back over here. Let's put 7.3. Excellent, that's in place. Let's do our performance page. 18,000 feet. Transition altitude V1, VR, and V2 are set. Flaps 1, 6.5 on the flex temp here. Just guess. Oop, wrong button. There it is. Just guesstimating there, and we are looking good, guys. Everything is all under control here. Altimeter, we put that in already, 3013. Excellent. We are just waiting for our passengers. We are good to go. All right, let's take a look at our inbound. Yeah, I figured that was not going to reach. That was pretty far out. Inbound's coming in. What do we have here? Which way is 34? No, actually, should be that one. 34 left. There he is. 34 left, coming in nice and smooth there. Let's take a look at that while we wait for our passengers to board here. All right, let's bring it in nice and smooth. He looks very, very smooth there. Let's see if he's going to butter this one. He is company also sitting on the Delta there. Delta Liberty. Oh, that is smooth, smooth, smooth. VATSIM does create a little chop with the connection. They're working on fixing that. I think they're doing a beta to make it better. But right now, he is greasing that bad boy. Look at that. See, that bounce right there. That's not really him bouncing. That's more of the sim. That was smooth. Not the sim. The connection. That was real smooth. Yeah, he greased that one. Very nice. All right, let's go get back to our aircraft here. Looking good so far. What else do we have? Yeah, everything's in check. As soon as our passengers are good to go, we can get going.
Salt Lake traffic, Delta 858, clear of 34 left.
All right, Delta 858, clear of 34 left. Excellent. So very, very nice.
We're ready to go when you are.
All right, we are ready to go, guys. We are ready to go. Excellent. So we are all set, guys. Let's get our pushback going. I'm going to go ahead and just look back here. We can push back about 35 facing right. So 35 facing right. That looks good to me.
Cockpit to ground.
We'll get that pushback going.
We're ready for pushback and
turn off our external power.
Release the parking
Beacon lights
brakes,
are coming on. Release our parking brakes. But before we do that, very important, let's get our seatbelt signs on. There we go. Release the parking brakes and we are set.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 2104 for service to.
Just gonna call my intentions out since he is coming in. I want to make sure that he knows what I'm doing here.
Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all
Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 2104 pushing back, expecting runway 34 left. Alright, perfect.
Full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross check.
Alright, pushback taking place now. Perfect. Right, oh, it's looking good, guys. Our winds today are 260 at 12, so not so bad. Getting out of here.
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's go ahead and fire up those engines here. Engine number 2 coming on.
When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency
exits. All right, engine 1 firing up, but engine number 2 firing up nicely.
In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the
Pushback with Pushback Express seem to have worked pretty well, right on the lines there.
Pressure and oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. flow loss is visible to map point. Please return the over your nose now to secure the elastic band behind the head. Tighten the strap if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag is not way off.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Okay, pushback complete. Setting the parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the left side with the pin.
Let's go ahead and
You can
fire up
disconnect and go to hand signals.
engine
Thanks. Have a
number
good flight. See you later.
number 1 here. So here's the funkiness I'm seeing with this airport with VATSIM at the moment, right? So if you look at my charts right here, see he's parking. He's probably got the gauge. He probably has a different simulator that actually has the gauge, or he has the correct airport download if he has like a patch or something. But see, these are the gates where Delta should be. These are not showing for me. As you can see, they're completely empty. So interesting how that is playing out there. So I'll have to check out why that is taking place there. So make sure not to run into that, and we'll come around here, join Foxtrot 2, and head all the way down to Alpha 1 for departure. Our engine number 2 is number 1 is coming up now. Should be set to go. There it is, and we are ready, guys. Our departures are in. All is looking good right now. All right, engine number 1 is available and ready. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to normal here. Go up to the top. APU can come off. Master switch can come off. We can go ahead and turn on our runway turn-off lights and our nose lights over to taxi. Seatbelts are on. Everything else up here is looking good. Let's put this on auto just in case we forget to turn that on as we take off there. All is well. Ground spoilers are coming on. Flaps to 1. And we can go ahead and turn on our auto brakes to max. And we are set to go, guys. We're taxiing Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot Alpha 1. Let's go ahead and remove our parking brakes here. Let's check our ailerons here and everything. Make sure everything is looking good. There we go. Everything's looking nice, guys. Looking very, very, very good. All right, Delta A58 giving us have a nice flight. Thank you very much, sir. That's such a smooth landing there. All right, right, we are set to go, guys. Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 2104, taxiing to runway 34 left via Foxtrot to Foxtrot Alpha 1, Salt Lake City traffic. A pretty long taxi there. All right, off we go, guys. Let's do this. San Francisco, here we come. This should be a nice, pretty good flight, about an hour and 40, I believe. It's a little bit under 2 hours. And guys, this guy cuts me off here. A little bit under 2 hours, but it should be a good one. Getting out of here, the views are amazing, and also arriving into San Francisco, that should also be a pretty good one as well. All right, I wish I was in the air right now because we had traffic come in, and I want to see if the new TCAS is working, and it looks like, wait, it looks like it is, guys. Hold on. Ah, it's a beautiful thing. I think so, right there. That's the Delta A58, so we can see him on TCAS now. Very, very nice update. Anyone using Flight Simulator 2020 with VATSIM is going to be very happy about that. There it is. And now we have the inbound coming in. Beautiful thing. All right, love it, love it. So we got Delta 2295 coming in. He's on final runway 34 right. Let's go ahead and as we make our way down to Alpha. Do we have a view of him? Him or her, we don't know. 34 right, should be coming over here somewhere. And I believe this thing works up to 40 miles. I believe it's 40 miles is what it does here. So we'll see. Hopefully he's already within 10 miles, so it should be pretty close. It's actually about 5 miles. I would love to see, also check out the accuracy of this as well. All right, Alpha's coming up. We're gonna make a left here and head on down to runway 34. Yes, it does. It was very, very smooth. Actually, I think I turned too early. I did. I turned on Bravo instead. So we're just gonna turn over here. This is where the VATSIM controller will be screaming at me. Delta 2104, what are you doing? Looks like you missed it. You missed a turn. So here we go. Back on Alpha, and we'll head straight down here. All right, so, oh, there's the inbound traffic. So we have them there as well. We have them on TCAS, really nice. I know it's funny. Other simmers are using like, you know, X-Plane 11 are probably saying, dude, this is old. It's funny that a lot of people, they look at Flight Simulator Microsoft as still in beta, and I think it is. I think it's still in beta. It still has a lot to go. The biggest thing about this, guys, is the graphics. The graphics, look at that beautiful Delta there. Now we have another Delta coming in as well. The graphics is the thing that really kind of holds you on here a lot, you know, kind of look at some of the other defects and hoping that, you know, the Sobel team and Microsoft can get this to where it needs to be, up to par with every other sim that's out there. But the graphics is really what does it, and also they just got to fix the performance. You know, it still needs to be optimized quite a bit. Nobody should have a $3,000 computer and have a laggy flight sim. It just doesn't make sense. So, like I always say, hopefully next year at this time we'll be having a much different conversation about this sim, hoping that it will be much better as far as the airplanes that are available to us, and also the overall performance of the sim. All right, we're taxiing on Alpha, straight down here. We're coming up on runway 34 left. Alright, make that 34 left. Just gonna take a quick look at our departure here. So as we depart on 34 left, we are gonna pick up our RNAV at Dutch 12,000, at or above 12,000. We're gonna be aiming for 15,000 is the altitude that we're gonna be aiming for. And let me see, any special instructions? Climb left, turn heading between, oh, that's interesting, I've never seen that before. Heading between 320 counterclockwise to 260. We'll plug that in. So heading between 320 counterclockwise to 260, or as assigned by ATC. So we'll try to do that. All right, before we get on the runway here, let's just get fully configured. And we'll type in some information as well, or plug in some information. All right, we'll hold short here on 34 left. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn on my strobe lights so wing lights can come on. Let's get this already. Oops, wrong one. Landing lights are coming on as well. Down here, all is set. I just want to put 15,000. Make sure we don't pass that. So 15,000 is what we're aiming for here, and heading between 320 and 260. So we're gonna start with 320. I think that might just be slightly off the runway heading. So 320. Then we'll go counterclockwise to 340. So all Alright, it's good. Check our configuration. That is good. Head up here and let our crew know we're taking off. And we are all set. Whoops. Hold on. I want to actually advise the cabin, our passengers. Forgot to do this earlier.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome on board our flight. We'll be departing soon and we're aiming for a smooth flight. Thanks for flying and we'll keep you informed of any changes as they happen.
Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 2104 is taking runway 34 left, taking off on the Desert 1 departure, Salt Lake City traffic. Alright, here we go, 34 left, Desert 1 departure. It's a very, very interesting one. Let's get this to arc so we can see it just a little bit better. There we go. Alright guys, we are ready to row and 150%. And off we go. Ooh, let's start our clock. Rotate. I can see that crosser the minute we got up there. Alright guys, gears are coming up. Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 2104, clear runway 34, left, climb maintaining 15,000, 150,000. Alright, so here we go. We're doing counterclockwise, 320. So we're going to go ahead down to 320. Alright, bring our throttles down to climb mode. Alright, then from here, make sure we have this right. They want us to go 260. Alright, so 260 or assigned by ATC. Yep. No specific. Yep, no so it's pretty much almost direct to the first waypoint here. Yeah, 260 is gonna take us right directly to that. So interesting the way the wording is on that. They could have just kind of said climb runway heading, then left direct Dorch. But interesting how they do that. But again, there's a reason for everything. There's a reason for everything. You just don't know, especially with aviation. Alright, we are set guys through 8,600 for 15. We need to be at this first waypoint above 12,000. So we're at 8. We're climbing nicely. We should be able to do that with no problem. We need to pick up more speed though right now. Let's bring our nose down a little bit so we can speed up to 250. Kind of dragging here, that's weird. Very interesting on the speed. Why is it doing that? Flight director is telling us to put the nose down a little bit more, so we'll do that. And let's go ahead and go direct Dorch as well. Alright, so direct Dorch is set. Now we're starting to pick up some speed. Let's enjoy some of these views before we leave this beautiful place here. Just incredible. See the nav lights. Still got flaps on 1. We need to be able to get above 200. I'm going to bring the nose down a little bit more now that we're kind of above that 12,000 for that first waypoint that we need. So all right, looking good. Go ahead and bring in those flaps now.
Turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to use seatbelt fasten throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line to the left.
All right, flaps are clean.
Onboard Wi-Fi will be required to use
Above 10,000, we can go ahead and turn off all these lights now. So runway turn off lights, landing lights can come off, nose lights can come off as well.
Our wide range of free lights.
We are having a tough time picking up speed. We're not that heavy neither, so I'm not sure. Is it the altitude here? Maybe it could be that. All right, autopilot's coming on, guys. We're pretty much straight here. We'll let the autopilot do some work. Q&As, we can put this to standard as we are not going to be. Actually, no, we can't do that. You know why? Because we are going to level off at 15,000. So no, let's bring that back. I usually do that for the climb if we're going to go past 18,000 feet. But we are going to level off at 15,000. We need to be exactly at that altitude for desert. After desert, we can go ahead and continue our climb. So we're going to level off here at 15,000. That's going to help us pick up speed as well. So that looks, actually works out pretty good there. I haven't flown to Salt Lake City in such a long time. I forgot how beautiful this place is. Just amazing. Definitely to come here more often. Alright, so we confirm that our new update does work. So TCAS for Flight Sim is up to par now. We saw both of our Delta company aircrafts come in here on TCAS, so that was nice. And it looks like it does it about 40 miles away. So we'll be looking to see if we can spot other aircrafts as well. But that is a pretty nice feature, especially when you have ATC on and they, you know, sometimes this is so funny on VATSIM. Sometimes the air traffic control will say, you know, traffic is ahead of you, follow traffic for runway 22 left at Kennedy, right? Follow traffic ahead. And I don't know if they realize that in the sim sometimes maybe the weather could be off a little bit and it's like completely cloudy. You cannot see the traffic. But you know, he's busy. You don't want to tell him you cannot see the traffic and just have this back and forth. So this will help with that. You know, you will have them on TCAS. That's going to help. But it's funny. If they're not busy, I'll let them know I don't have the traffic in sight. But if they're busy and they're hopping back and forth with other aircrafts, and it's usually if it's like a center and he's covering such much ground, you know, and there's no tower or approach on, I don't want to bother him with keeping the spacing, right? So now we can look at it here and we can manage it ourselves. So we can reply back, you know, yeah, I don't have the traffic in sight, but I do have my TCAS, and at least that helps. All right, pretty good, guys. We are doing very nice right now. Beautiful takeoff here, beautiful scenery, and again, this whole entire East Coast is just so nice to fly in. I know a lot of my friends, they don't leave this area. They don't go to the East Coast. They just stick around here because, you know, it just got so much more to see. And also, if you are in the East Coast like I am, I live in New Jersey. You know, if you fly a lot locally, especially during the winter time, it's always dark, so you don't get to see a whole lot, right? Comes to the West Coast, you can enjoy some daylight as well. Although now it's great because now it actually is getting darker at 8:30, so it's a beautiful thing to be in the East Coast now. But if not, wintertime, man, 5 p.m. you know, it's already dark. So if you're flying later in the evening, you're kind of stuck a little bit. All right, we're coming up on the desert about 5 miles away. We're gonna go ahead and put in our cruise altitude, which I believe was 32. Let's just go ahead and confirm that here. We're gonna scroll down to our MCDU here in it. Should have that information. Yeah, 32,000 feet. So we'll wait to cross that. We'll go ahead and plug in 32,000 feet, and then from there we can go ahead and put our information to standard here, as it wouldn't matter when we're climbing. Weather has been fixed too on the update, so now clouds don't look like a major category 5 storm. It only catches the actual storm and rain, so that's good. All right, there we go, we're clear. So let's go ahead and continue our climb to flight level 320 for our next waypoint, Tipton, 46 miles away. Go ahead and put this over to standard now. That will be 29902. I really hope that man, we need a 737 in here very, very fast. I do not want to lose my skills in flying the 737, and especially the older version, because this one here, it is so automated. This A320, it makes your job very, very easy, which is cool. But I have a feeling when the 737 comes out from PMDG, I'm going to be just lost. I'm probably going to forget a lot of things that you had to do manually that this one does for you already. Let's hope not, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've flown anything else, really. Maybe because there's nothing else. That's the problem. All right, through 18,000 feet for flight level 320. Already about 11 minutes into our flight. So looking good, everything is in check. Company message, what did we not check here? So we got a company message down here. Let's just take a look on what that is. Flight directors, sorry, MCDU, ATSU. What do we have here? What did we not check? Oh, that was the MEDAR. I ran this just in case Salt Lake City didn't have an ATIS, but they did, so no issues there. While we're here, let's just go ahead and pull. Let's pull San Francisco's ATIS. Just to, I'm not that could change, right? But let's get an idea of what that looks like now as far as landing runway. So let's pull that information as we wait. Never been to Utah, but this would be a nice place to go visit. It just seems like it. Seems like there's a lot to do: hiking, climbing, all that good stuff. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, definitely hit that subscribe and like button. I really appreciate it as I try to grow this channel. Really helps us out a lot. All right, let's see what San Francisco looks like as far as ATIS, weather, and all that. Okay, so San Francisco right now, we're looking at a 330 at 4, so winds are pretty much calm at the moment. And we're landing runway 28 left, departure runway 1 left and 1 right. So ILS 28 left. No, approach, sorry, ILS 28 left is approach, and in use landing 28 left. So 28 left is what they're using right now for everything, looks like. So let's make sure we have that in here already. Oh, and we do, so we are good there. We are all set up, so perfect. And then we'll run it again later as we get closer, because I'm sure it will change in about, actually it's going to change in about 15 minutes from now. When we get to the hour, we'll run it when we get a little bit closer. So there's a few things I learned today. I was looking up A320 and just a few things that this thing has. For example, is the tracking. I was not aware of this here. This is pretty neat. and I just didn't know how to use it. But for example, this tracking thing here, instead of doing heading, especially when you are getting vectored by VATSIM or any air traffic controller, if you get a heading and you got strong crosswinds, you know, if you put 250 as the heading, you're eventually going to end up, you know, at 270, you know, because the wind is going to push you over, even though you're heading 250. So the track, if you switch this to track here, and you actually put 250, it will automatically, you know, keep the track for you. So if you have a crosswind, it doesn't matter. The aircraft is going to continue tracking on that 250. That is pretty cool. Again, and the other older aircrafts like the 737 that I used to fly a lot, 747, there's no way to do that. You know, you're doing that manually. So that is pretty neat. There was a time I was coming into New York, and their arrival after landing, you're like at 19,000 feet. It was stormy, so the air traffic controller tells me, you know, turn right heading 180 to vector me in for the approach. And I did, put right 180, and I ended up, I could tell I was moving over, and I was wondering, is the controller aware that the crosswind can move planes over? Is he going to give me the heading that he wants me to go, or the heading that he is expecting for me to go? And I gotta ask the controllers that. We got some pretty good guys over in New York, so next time they're on, if they're not too busy, I'm gonna ask them that question. But either way, this track thing is amazing. That is pretty neat. Looking forward to taking advantage of that when I get the chance. Is looking very good, guys. I hear that if we turn this off, it can save on frame rates, so let's do that. See if that helps. Once we level off, we turn off our seatbelt signs so our passengers can chill for a little bit. Hey Joseph, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for tuning in and stopping by and saying hello. Highly appreciate that. Just gonna check in here if there's anything new that has been done to this flight pad. Just gonna type in my info. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing good too, man. I'm doing pretty good. Enjoying this beautiful day of flying. Can't complain. So, doing well. Let's see here. Let's request our information. I hope that eventually this will just stay here. We don't have to type it in every single time you log in. But there's our info. Salt Lake City to San Francisco. Got our weather and ATIS information. That looks good. But no other major updates just yet. This is pretty handy, works very well. The flag top of descent calculator. Here's our OFP. And I'm waiting for this to be released. I'm using the dev version. I'm not using the experimental one. That one already has it, of course, but it's just too unstable. So. But I'm out of here. What I like the most is this one, ATIS source. I think this is going to be one that I'm going to use quite a lot. Right now I have it set up to FAA, but when you're on VATSIM, if a controller comes on and you want to switch it to their ATIS, you can quickly and easily do it. You can do it now with the MCDU, but you have to come in here and you gotta, you know, it's a lot of steps. You gotta come in here. Oh no, go to options. Oh, we're getting bumpy here. Options. OAC, you know, you see that by the time you do all of this, if you know, just to be able to do it on the flight pad very easily would be nice. Joseph, that's a great question, man. I've been flying since Flight Simulator 1998. Flight Simulator 98, man. So it's been some some years. Now I did take a break. You know, you get busy with life and couldn't fly as much anymore. So I took a break when I think Flight Simulator 2000 was it 2000 that came out. It was one that wasn't great. A lot of people were complaining about it. So I stopped flying then. And just coming back now, just last year when this one was released, I started to get into it again. I actually wanted to start flying even before then. I was like, man, I got some time now. I got some free time. I wanna get back into it, and I couldn't find. There was no simulator out, and I had no idea Flight Simulator 2020 was coming out. And I still have my copy of like Flight Simulator 10. Yeah, Flight Simulator 10 is what it is. And I tried to install it on the machines, it wouldn't work. I tried to get a copy of one that would work, and I just couldn't find them anywhere. And when this came out last year, man, it was like, oh, this is perfect timing. So I'm back at it. Since the beginning, I've been flying on VATSIM. So VATSIM has been around for a very, very long time, man, and it is wonderful. It is a really, really great service that these guys are doing. And it's amazing that they're able to maintain it, you know, just by donations. So I actually got to donate to these guys because it takes the flight sim to a whole nother level. Me and my brother, when we first got on 98, it took us a year to find VATSIM, and when we found it, it was like, wow! Once you start flying with it, it's very difficult to fly without it. You know. Let's go ahead and turn off our seatbelt signs. Yeah, Joseph, dude, I love this stuff. I love it. I'm telling you, it is one of those things that I can never get tired of it. I mean, I already have 600 plus hours more actually just since October or November. So I fly quite a lot. I fly even off stream. I don't just fly to stream. You know, I love it, man. Love it. Especially the longer hauls, right? If I'm doing a long haul, I'm doing it offline, whatever. I enjoy it. I really do. It's a whole lot of fun, and my friends, they don't get it. They like, what? It's just a game. What do you do? Like, they expect for something to happen. Like, something has to, like, I don't know, it's got to be a race or something blowing up or some action. Like, okay, what happens next? No, this is it. You see this right here? I'm enjoying this right here, right now, and they don't get it. Yeah, thanks, Joseph. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very, very much as we try to grow this channel and provide some good content. But most importantly, man, just have fun. You know, because as you're flying, you know, it can get pretty lonely just being here by yourself. You know, why not just build a community? You know, get some folks together and just have fun. You know, so that's the whole point of this. I remember when I first got into Flight Simulator, or Flight Sim in period, Flight Simulator 98, I had no ideas about this instrument. Me and my brother, we just loved planes. You know, we had no idea about navigation, you know, VORs and flight plans. So we literally, this is the way we went from point A to point B. We knew how to start the engines, we knew how to, you know, take off and all of that. We knew a little bit about the autopilot as far as holding altitude, the basics, and doing the settings, doing a heading. So what we did is, to get from Kennedy to, I don't know, let's say California, we would look up California's coordinates. We would look up the coordinates, and then we will calculate based on, once we got up to altitude, we will calculate, okay, is the latitude decreasing, is the longitude increasing, whatever it was, to get to that airport. And then once we got close, we flew over the airport and we looked down. We didn't know nothing about no charts. What charts was foreign to us at that time. We looked down at the airport, you know, about 10,000 feet or so, and we see how the runways were lined up, and everything was a visual landing. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Once we slowly started figuring out about ILS and VORs and approach templates, I mean, it's just like, it became just, it was insane. It was insane looking back now, and how we were flying this thing. Dude, that's unreal. Cool, man. How is it? How is that one? I'm not sure about the different versions that they have on Steam, the Steam edition, so I'm not familiar with it. Is it like less airports or less aircrafts? Like, what is the limitation? Let's go ahead as we are cruising here, and let's put maybe a nice outside view maybe. This is nice. You can see the terrain a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna get better too, especially once some optimization is done to this sim. Okay, gotcha. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, the performance on this one, I mean, what's my frames per minute right now? It's not great. Let's see here. We are getting 30, 20. I think it's a little higher than that. I'm not sure how that is picking those frames up. I'm not sure how accurate they are. They seem a little bit higher based on how smooth it is. But again, this game, you're right now the way it is. You know, if you could get 30 frames, you are very, very good. You're in good shape. And the way it's set up right now, like I'm running it on 4K because I had already 4K monitors and everything. So I'm running it on 4K, and it looks great even at 30 frames, right? Now we're expecting hopefully that when let's see here. Bring this sound down. When DirectX 12 comes out, I know some people think that, oh, it's not going to help it, but it will. It will definitely help make things better and smoother, you know? Wow, it is bumpy. Let's make sure that we're not losing any altitude here. Yeah, it's pretty bumpy. So it'll make things smoother for sure. But yeah, it's gotta get better. It's got to get better eventually. Again, hopefully next year we're looking at a lot more aircrafts in the game. We're looking at some good stable performance. You know, we don't need 75 frames per minute. We just need above 30, consistently above 30. I think you're fine. If you could get 60 steady, that's even better, right? But right now you could have the settings on like completely on medium or even low, and a decent machine will not get you 60 frames per minute. So that's got to change, right? But they're working on it. I gotta tell you, I haven't seen people so committed to making changes and upgrades in an actual simulator or in a game. But again, I haven't been in touch with many other games like I am with this one. Like I'm committed to this simulator, right? So I have not done that. For example, if you're playing Apex Legends or any other type of game, I'm not committed like that, right? But for this one, I obviously am, because I enjoy it very much. But man, the work those guys are putting in to fix things is pretty cool. I don't remember back in the days like Flight Simulator 98 having this much visibility to what the developers and the programmers are doing, right? Now everything's out in the open. Now you got Discord, you got live feeds, you got people asking questions directly to the people in charge of the project. Man, that stuff didn't exist back in 1998. Here was the game. You bought it off the shelf, and that was it. You went home, you played it, and you got what you got. But now it's so much different, which is nice though. It makes it a little more of you're part of the community in flight sim. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so yeah, laptop. Yeah, you're gonna struggle with a laptop, right? I mean, this game is not great already, even for people with high-end PCs. So imagine with a laptop, right? And that's yours 22. Yeah, no, 2020, the graphics are insane. Really, really good job with the graphics here. Yeah, well, I'll tell you this is, you know, you don't want to spend too much, because you might be disappointed if you think you're going to get, at least right now, you know, it's not going to be great right now. Again, we're hoping it's going to get better. I'll give you an example with my machine. And again, I got this because I figure I want to buy once and I don't want to buy it again. But I'm running an RTX 3090. You know, I'm running i9 900, right? So there's a lot of money in this machine, right? I'm running 32 gig memory gaming RAM cards in there as well. So it's a lot of money in this machine, and for what I'm getting, I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening here, right? Now I know it's going to get better eventually down the line, but you know, it's just, you want to be careful on how much you spend, because you can spend a lot and still not get the bang for your buck at this moment, right? So but this is an amazing simulator. And this the A320 is usually what I'm mainly flying right now, fly-by-wire, because it is so satisfying being able to get through all the gauges and all the buttons and start up correctly. Like the other day, I tried to do the 747. After I had it all turned on and everything, I'm like, man, this didn't feel good. You know, it didn't feel great turning this on. Now I'm coming back from, you know, Flight Simulator 10 and 98 and all that, when I had the PMDG 747 from PMDG, and man, that thing was, you got the satisfaction of, you know, hitting all the buttons, going through your startup checklist. You know, it felt like an actual complete plane with the takeoff, the landing, all the flight models were where they needed to be. At the moment, anything else is just doesn't feel great, right? You don't get that start to end satisfaction as you do with the fly-by-wire model. So again, looking forward to a lot of those things coming out, especially from PMDG, man. I had a lot of their aircrafts back in the day and always loved the work they did. They're so consistent, and to come back now, you know, a couple of years later, and still see that these guys are still keeping up with that type of consistency and quality, that is pretty neat. So looking forward to end of the year. I think they said they're gonna come out with some stuff, and hopefully middle of next year. It takes so long to get on Flight Sim as far as loading, or let's check here how we're doing. I'm gonna pull up Sim Toolkit Pro. Let's see how we're doing. There was some weather earlier today in the East Coast, so I flew early today. I flew into Jackson. So here, we almost ran into this weather here, but now see that's moving a lot more east now than it was. So actually right here, that's where I flew in, but this is all the way over here. Now you can see it's kind of moving more there. So you got some weather there. Got a couple of controllers down in Fort Worth and Memphis. That's nice. And here we are. Who do we have here? Delta. A lot of Delta planes out of Salt Lake City. There must be a main hub for them. See a lot of Delta airlines coming out of that. So yeah, so pretty clear for us all the way down to San Francisco. No weather there, as you saw. Oh yeah, yeah. It does take forever to get on. And it doesn't get any better as you are adding on more add-ons. And you know, for example, I got a couple of Liberties, right? I got a couple of different mods and stuff like that. The more you add, the slower it gets. And you saw they did the update. It's funny how they mentioned they were able to scrap, I think the whole game base without anything was 176 gigabytes, right? They scrap it down to like 81. So it just kind of tells you how much dead weight they had the first time around that they were able to scrap and still keep the performance. So yeah, once you add liberties, even changing the aircraft and changing, you know, once you select that aircraft and you go to select a different airline, it takes forever. You know, it takes forever. But once it's running. But I truly believe that's all going to get fixed later down the line. I think they're going to find ways to optimize it. Again, these guys did what I think any business person might do. You know, they saw a demand for people being stuck at home last year with the pandemic, and they rushed this out as soon as they could to be able to get those buy-ins. I gotta tell you, that could rub people the wrong way, and some people are saying, you know what, they should have waited. This is ridiculous. I got you. I'm with you, and I see your point of view 100%. But on the other end, I'm still enjoying this right now, the way it is, right? And so I look at it now, okay, do I rather have it, or do I rather just wait until they get it right and release it, you know, a year from what it was, right? I'm on the side that, you know, I'd rather have it now and let them fix it as they go. Yes, there's going to be some frustrations on the way to that, but I'd rather have it now and just, you know, at least get something, right? And you have all the options as well. You can, you know, get Explain, you know, which is I hear is amazing to actually learn, and it's a little bit more realistic as far as the airplanes themselves. But I gotta say, man, I like realism, and this is why I like the fly-by-wire, because it's as probably the best thing you can get. But also the graphics, you know, being able to see the way things look, that's a big part of why I like this one specifically. All right, we are currently over. What is this over here? We are looking at we're heading to Battle Mountain VOR. So now we're looking pretty good. Now we're probably about halfway through our flight before we start to get our descent here into San Francisco. So that should be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get our charts ready so we have something in place. So I'm gonna go overhead here, and let's just come in here and get some of the stuff here taken care of. So we are coming in on the Bodega 3 arrival, so we have that. Let's go ahead and Navigraph is pretty cool. I actually I gave this as a gift to my brother for I got him the year membership, and he doesn't stop thanking me. He loves this thing. All right, so we have our approach there. We know for sure 28 left seems to be the one that everybody's using right now based on the ATIS. So I'm going to just come over here, 28 left ILS. So we'll put that down here as well. So that's queued up, and then we have our airport chart as well. So let's get our airport diagram. Let's get that queued up here as well. We'll be landing runway 2A left, so coming right here, we want to probably exit on Echo. So we'll review that again as we get closer, but these are all set. Now we can come down here and delete the old ones from Salt Lake City. We don't need those, and we are pretty much set for our first arrival there. All right, excellent. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining in and saying hello and stopping by. Appreciate you subscribing and hitting that thumbs up. Really helps us here quite a bit to grow this channel, and hopefully see you on the next stream, which will be tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be in the East Coast. I'm looking forward to some ATC there. And there's no event for VATSIM specifically tomorrow night, but I will be looking for, if there's an event anywhere else, then I'll go there instead. But right now I'm looking to depart New York and see where we can go. Usually New York, DC area, those air traffic controls are pretty good about logging on at night. So we'll enjoy some of that. But if not, we'll see if VATSIM does any events in the East Coast or even West Coast. But the East Coast is most likely, because then that'll be a little bit earlier as far as times. So 2 weeks ago, I joined the California Screaming event. I'm not sure if any of you guys did that. And anybody flying online? Joseph, do you fly online with Steam or no? Or is it just offline for now? And I mean by that like VATSIM or any other network. So when I joined the California Screaming event last, was it 2 weeks ago? I had a clearance wait of 1 hour and 10 minutes before I could have pushed back. That was tough, man. I stuck to it though. I almost quit the event. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. But I stuck to it. It was 1 hour and 10 minutes wait. The guy had like about 50 planes that he had to do clearance for. Talk about realism there, but yeah, that was brutal. But it was a lot of fun. Eventually getting up in the air and seeing all the traffic, that was cool. But man, that's the longest I think I ever waited for a clearance on any type of event, right? Because that usually only happens when you have an event. Other than that, you're not going to get that much traffic in one single airport. It's very, very difficult. So we got clear skies all the way through so far, so this is looking pretty good as we make our way over across this beautiful just mountain ranges left and right here. So very, very nice. Then we'll break out into the beautiful area of San Francisco. It's a beautiful Delta Livery. If you guys want the link for this one, I put it on the comments as well. I did a very, very nice job. So our first waypoint is going to be over at, for the descent, is Legs. Legs is the first waypoint of our Bodega 3 arrival, our star. And then from there, we need to be at Payo at 280 knots between flight level 240 and flight level 280. So we will plan for that. And then we got a couple of more descent altitudes as we make our way in. Your sim finally turned on. Were you loading up there for a bit? Yeah, it takes a long time, so that's not gonna go away even when you upgrade. At least not now. I tell you. All right, so it is about 240 miles from our airport. This entire flight was about 515 miles or so. So we're about halfway, a little more than halfway, I would say. Now here, Legs is the first arrival, and then over at Payo, we want to be at a 28,000 or lower. I'm going to plan for 24, and then we can just take our time cruising down. So let's go ahead and look at our flight pad here and look at our top of descent calculator, get an idea, probably about 60 miles or less. Actually, no, we're at 32. I'm thinking we're at 36,000 miles. We're at 32,000 miles already, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. We can descend that literally like 20 miles away from that. And then from there, well, it should be pretty easy, because from there, as you can see, we have 24, 29, I'm sorry, 19, below 16,280, and then Cork at 250. And this is, I don't know if you guys seen this arrival, but this is a nice one. Look at the names: Malbec, Merlot, Moscato. I'm not sure what this one is, but you got Bodega, which is basically store in Spanish, and you got a couple of Pinot. So it's all wine bottles. It's pretty Pretty nice, pretty interesting. And they have another one. I think it's Oakland. They get pretty creative with this. I think it's Oakland. They have one where it's my knee, my back. It's literally all that, and it just kind of goes down different parts of the body or so. They're pretty creative. And I just saw this, and I know this is old, nothing new, but California, they actually put Kobe and Gigi, right? So this is an actual, I think it's Gigi. Yeah, I think that might be it. So they actually put a couple of waypoints, you know, from Kobe Bryant and his daughter. So that's pretty cool of them. I think that was sometime last year. It's nothing new, but I just found out about that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I think on runway 24, I think it's 2. Let's delete this so we don't screw something up here. I think it was runway 24 right and 24 left. Actually, we don't need to guess. We can just go right into our Navigraph, and let's take a look here at Los Angeles. And if we come down, approach, I think one of the 24s. Let's see here. No, that's not it. So it's not 24 left. How about 24 right? Oh, here it is, Kobe. So 24 right is Kobe, and I think maybe 25 left. Here it is, Gigi. So it's, this is updated already. Again, I'm not sure when it happened. I think it was sometime last year or before, but that was pretty cool. I just found out about that. So pretty nice way to remember those folks. I have to say, it has not been a smooth ride. It has been very bumpy the last couple of minutes, which is interesting. Joseph, where are you flying to today, man? So you're logging in, you're turning on your flight sim. Where are you heading to? Maybe give us an idea for our next stream there. Los Angeles Center is just coming on VATSIM, so I see that just appear there. We won't be hitting his we won't be getting into his airspace, but he is on there. Oh, nice. It's a great flight. Yeah. What aircraft are you using? Let's take a look here what we have. All right, nice. Airbus 319, sweet. Alright guys, we are cruising smooth right now. Seems like 97% satisfaction currently on PacX, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if that actually sticks. Expected arrival is 59 minutes, but we should be able to get there in a lot less. I'm thinking probably another half hour or less. Will at least be pretty close. A straight in approach. We do have some speed restrictions, so that's kind of going to slow us down a little bit there. But outside from that, it should not be that bad. All right, there comes the bumps again. Got our passengers bouncing around a little bit. There's a couple of new things they did here. I noticed that the other day. I think they this was not here. This CFDS, this was not here before. So this came on probably about 3 or 4 updates ago on the developmental version. So this is nice. I don't think any of these are working yet, but you know, they're definitely putting some stuff on there in regards to avionics. Yeah, I'm not sure what any of this stuff does, so I'll have to look that up and see. We got some system reports and tests, air conditioning, and you can send it where obviously it doesn't work, but yeah, they're working on some of the pages here, which is pretty cool. Performance page still looks good. So for this version, they don't announce everything that they're doing. They just kind of do it. So you might find yourself seeing some things that just come up as you're flying this one. CG message report. I gotta figure out how to. Someone I was flying one time and someone actually sent me a message. They said hi, and I had no idea how to respond back to them. And the message came in. So I have to look that up, how you actually do that. It came in through here as a regular company message. So it was from, it had like a 1-2 or something, and then it just said hi, and I had no idea how to respond back to that. So I gotta figure how they do that. This free text right here. So how do you send something back? I gotta figure that out. Flight level 320. Guys, if you're stopping by, definitely hit that thumbs up. Highly appreciate it. As we make our way here to San Francisco, about 200 miles in, you can see all our waypoints here. And actually what we could do now is, what we should do, not could, what we should do, especially with this flight simulator, is let's check our flight plan. Let's make sure that everything is in line and that things are actually in order the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna put this here. We have it 80's too much. We gotta bring the radio down a little bit to like maybe 20. So let's put that there. We'll put flight plan right over here, and then I'm gonna bring in especially our arrival. So let's bring in our arrival, Bodega 3. Let's take a look at that. Let's just make sure everything is looking good. So here we go. We're heading directly right now to legs. So legs is the start of this one. We have that there. That is good. After legs, we're going pile. We have pile there. We want to be at 280, under 2,000, 28,000. So that's good. Then we have Bigelow. I'm not sure what they call that one. 280 under flight level 23,000. After that, we are looking at Lati, 280 under 1,600, 16,000. Then from there, Bodega and Cork. So that looks very good. Then here, after Corks, we have bricks, and here starts getting a little funky. Here, this is definitely not looking correct. Let's fix that. So our arrival for runway 28 left starts right here at Archie. So after that, we just fly direct Archie from here, and we do have that there. Is this user thing here is kind of messing this up. So let's get rid of this user if we can. Sometimes it doesn't let you do that. Worst case, we just fly manually, no problem. Yeah, it's not letting us get rid of that, so that's fine. We'll just keep in mind after Corks, is it Cork? Yeah, Cork here. We'll just fly ourselves directly to Archie. Archie's want to be at Archie. Will come in at 7,000, and then we'll come around nicely over here inbound. So pretty good. Now, how would it work? Oh, you know what? Maybe this is right. It's flying us above the airport and then around, so we don't run into Oakland's traffic. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. Well, without ATC on, who knows how they're actually flowing traffic in there. That'll be hard to tell, but you know, we'll do our best. Maybe we'll do a downwind, a left downwind. We'll come in through here instead and come around. Instead of Archie, we'll do Faith, which is also a pretty good one. So we'll see what we end up doing here. All right, let's switch this back over to nav, and we can put this up a little bit higher now, about 80, 160. Flying west is you could tell the difference big time with these headwinds. Every time I fly west, you could tell that we're moving, but not the same as going in the east, that's for sure. So we got a 54-mile headwind right now. Direct headwind coming from 2445 at the moment. So yeah, we got to do some Europe flying. Maybe next week we'll spend it in Europe, because Europe right now, they are lit up with ATC. That looks like a lot of fun. So maybe we'll do that next week. We'll pick a couple of airports to hang out at over there. Engines working full time, very nice. Got a holiday coming up this weekend here. It's Memorial Day weekend in the US, so that should be a lot of fun. Mondays everything is closed, so I'll see what kind of trouble we can get into in flying. There's a nice event happening in June. Let me see if I can find this here as we are cruising here. Let's see if we could it's on VATSIM USA. And I did write that down somewhere, but I can't find it. But I definitely want to, maybe I'll stream that. Should be a lot of fun. It was VATSIM. I want to say, I think region, and let's go to US. Here we go. Alright, that one is coming up. That should be good. Got Boston, got a couple of airports there, but that's not the one I'm talking about. This was sometime in June. Here it is, 24 hours of mile-high mayhem at Denver. This should be a lot of fun, guys. So, 24 hours of top to bottom ATC over at Denver. So that is gonna be insane. That should be a lot of fun there. There's a couple of good ones here, so you can fly in from any airport, fly in, fly out. Got some Friday night flying operations. These are pretty good. If you haven't done a Friday night ops, man, it gets wild. The traffic is insane. And then this one is nice. This is coming up next week. This is gonna be where they're actually gonna have every ATC, every airspace in US is going to be covered. So the entire US will be covered. It's about 21 different facilities, right? and they're all going to be staffed for about 5 hours. So that's pretty cool, because then you can fly out from any airport to any airport, and you know you're gonna get ATC service. So they got some good stuff coming up here. I gotta see what I'm gonna end up doing there. Again, highly recommend VATSIM if you're flight simming. There's some other ones too. You have AO, VA. You also have Pilot Edge. Pilot Edge is a paid one though. I think it's about $20 a month. But again, they guarantee ATC on the West Coast the whole time, right? So that's pretty cool to be able to have that. Alright, we are doing good here, guys. Gonna check the fuel, because right now I am showing 4,340. Let's make sure we're burning this properly and that we are on track. So we're gonna come here to our OFP, and here let's go ahead and check our dispatch OFP. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here, and right now we're approaching legs. I mean, we're very close to our approach, our airport, so it's not an issue. I think we have more than enough fuel to make our destination. I just want to check if how are we burning this. So it's a lot more difficult to read here on the tablet than it is on the website. But looking at it here, here's the legs. So legs, that's the coordinates. I'm trying to see what the numbers are. It should be this one here, 8.1, if I am not mistake. But you know what, it's too difficult to read here. I'm going to look at it on our Sim Toolkit Pro. It's a little bit easier to read there than it is on this tablet, or unless I can make this bigger. I could actually, I could. So fuel on board should be this one here. So it's going to be the top one, the second one, fuel on board. So if I look at legs, yeah, well, we have 8.1. It seems like a lot. We have a lot less than that. Why would we have so much fuel left over like that? 7, and yeah, I'm reading it right, because here you show 7.1. So we're not burning as much as this thing is calculating here, because right now for legs it shows that we should have 8.1, and we're burning a lot more than that. 15.0. Huh, interesting. Interesting. But we have more than enough to get there. Oh, unless, oh, I know what that is. That you know what we're off? That could be pounds and not kilograms. That's probably why. That's what it is. Just trying to figure out, it shouldn't be so off like that. And the cool thing about this one is that you can go in here and we can switch that. Is it AOC? Nope, not here. Nope. There it is. We can switch that for now. Now let's see what we have. Oh, it hasn't switched yet. Maybe it doesn't do it right away, or let's look at fuel. No, it didn't switch it. Let's go back. Let's make sure we did it right. Yeah, we did. Go into our fuel page here. Nope, I don't see. Yeah, interesting. All right, we have another aircraft behind us now. He is coming from, man, he had a long haul. He is all the way from Europe coming to San Francisco. So that was a heck of a flight there. Airbus 338. So he's a few miles behind us there. We should be coming in around the same time for this approach. A couple of aircrafts over at San Francisco as well. They're looking to depart to Los Angeles, which is an amazing flight. So that's pretty cool there. Going down that west coast. Here we go, coming up on legs. So we don't have to worry too much about our descent here, because the first descent is going to be down to flight level 280, which we're basically at flight level 320 right now. So don't have to calculate too much for that. We do have to bring our speed back down to 280. Doesn't show it here. Some of these constraints for the US are very inaccurate or not accurate. Like here we should have something for pi, or that's the first one, but as you can see there's nothing there. So they're not as accurate or up to date. Alright, I'm looking forward to this approach, guys. This should be a lot of fun coming in here. Still didn't get why this thing didn't switch. Let's go back here since we have a little bit of time before we need to start getting into our descent. FMGC over here, we put this to pounds and it should change, but it didn't. So I wonder what happened with that. It's not changing here neither, so interesting. And I'm only saying that because I know I changed it in the past, so weird that it's not changing now, but it's all good. All right, let's pull our information. Actually, we're about 20 minutes from a new 80s. So where are we going to be in 20 minutes from now? I think we'll still be pretty much in our descent, so I think we should be able to still get a get an 80s before we have to make any major changes to our arrival. So we'll wait 20 minutes here and see. 20 minutes will be very close, but just want to start filling in our performance page. We could do some of it actually. We can go ahead and start with at least let's get our decision height for ILS 28 left is going to be 789. So 789, let's plug that in there. 789 is our decision height. Transition altitude, we know this already, US 18,000, so we'll throw that there, and the rest we just need from our, when we get our new ATIS there, ATIS information. I have not flown in such a long time, but I remember going to California, specifically San Diego, and man, coming into the West Coast, it's just incredible. The views, the mountains, everything. Right before you get over to the water, to the coast, so much to see there as far as coming in. I've been to Seattle. That's a lot of fun too. Seattle was actually a connection flight, so I haven't actually been to Seattle, but I went for a connection flight going into Vancouver. Going in there was also very nice. I remember on the way up to Seattle, I took off from California, LAX, and real nice, great view of the area in San Francisco and all that. You could see all of that coming down. It was a clear day. It was just perfect. So very nice flying up and down the West Coast. All right, here we go, guys. Hour and 10 minutes into our flight, we are arriving to our first waypoint where we'll start our descent into San Francisco, California. A little bit early, but we are expecting gate B8. So Bravo 8 will be the gate. Oh no, excuse me, Charlie 5. Charlie 5 will be the gate at San Francisco that we'll be looking to park at. So let's get an idea where that is. It's sometimes not that easy to find that. So Charlie, as you can see here, this is the main airport diagram. You do not have the parking spots, so you can come over here with our Navigraph and let's take a look over at our parking bays and all that. It could be one of these. Let's see here. No, this looks like more like the cargo area, FedEx, and got FBOs in here, so that's not it. Let's look at, yeah, this one's it right here. All right, so we're looking for Charlie 5. Where is Charlie 5? So terminal, I don't see Charlie 5. And I don't see terminal C, I only see 1, 2. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at California. All right, I wonder, wait a minute, this looks different. And you know why I remember this terminal here? Because this is where I was waiting for an hour and 10 minutes to get clearance. Right over here, this is the Southwest terminal. So I was sitting here, 17A or 17B, I can't recall which one, and finally got clearance to take off from, I think it's 24 left here. Oh man, oh man. And this thing was packed, guys. Literally, there were about 50 planes here waiting for clearance. It was insane madness. So let's get to the actual airport that we need. It's going to be this one here. And then let's click on the right tab and let's look at the right parking in gates. Here we go, parking gates. This is it. We're looking for Charlie 5, so Charlie terminal is right over here. Charlie 5 is on this side, so off of this would be Golf, right? You can always do it this way, off of Golf, Alpha and Golf, kind of like doing it like, you know, street intersections. So off Alpha Golf, which is going to be right over here, Alpha Golf, and we're landing 28 left, so we'll could exit on Echo will be perfect if we could exit on Echo or before, but we know we'll be looking for Bravo Golf right over here, and then we can get into Terminal C. Charlie 5 is the gate that we'll be looking for today. So we are all set there. That is good. Know exactly what we're doing as far as when we land and get on the ground. We know where we're going. So clear skies all the way through, guys. No clouds whatsoever. No overcast. But definitely bumpy. Nice headwind of 50 plus. Well, I don't know about nice, but strong. There's nothing nice about a headwind. Joseph, we have about, I want to say 20 or less. I think we have about 20 or less minutes to be on the ground here. So, how is your flight going? Did you get airborne already, or? Yep, 20 minutes or less. We definitely should be on the ground already at San Francisco. Ah, very nice. Very short and easy flight. Perfect, perfect. Sweet, sweet, man. Yeah, we're gonna start descent here. So at Pi, we need to be 240. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that now. Let's get down there. Start our descent. So flight level 240. We just need to get below 28,000. So we can take it easy here. We can start around 1,500 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and turn on our seatbelt signs. Let our crew know that we are our passengers. We are starting our descent. Let's do it. Our general public address here.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We're going to be beginning our descent shortly. We're trying to do our best to make sure we bring this thing nice, smooth, and on time for you folks back there.
All right, and then once we get closer to Pile here, we're going to go ahead and roll our speed back to 280 knots. That's where we're going to be at for actually the entire part of this arrival. So 280 besides Cork. Cork will be at 250. Cork, then after that we'll look at our approach plate. I know it gets a little messy here, but we're gonna just come around here. After bricks, we're gonna have 140, and then we'll do a nice base turn into final. So far so good, guys. Pretty nice and smooth flight, and we're actually, when we get to bricks, we're gonna fly over the airport. So that makes sense on this approach now. So now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer, this makes a lot more sense. We fly over the airport, we head 140 because you have Oakland over here, right? So you don't want to mess with their traffic. We fly 140 and then we come around and slam into our 28 left right on here. So that makes perfect sense now that I'm looking at it. So we might have to fly that manually because I did not see bricks as part of the flight plan here. this thing acts a little funky at times, so we can just fly that manually in there, no problem. All right, starting our descent. After this, after PIO, we need to be at flight level 190. So after PIO, we'll start our descent to 190. Here we're clear all the way to 24,000, and then 190 after this, all at 280 knots. All right, in 10 minutes, I'm going to request our new ATIS so we can get our performance page completed, get our QNH temperature, the winds. We have everything else set up here. Our transition altitude 18,000, our decision height 789. So that is all set there. Just need to get our ATIS info to have this ready to go. So in about 9 more minutes, we'll pull that information and we will be set to bring this bad boy to the ground at San Francisco. And then tomorrow we'll be streaming a little bit later. That'll be my night op streaming on Thursdays. So Thursday we'll be streaming at night, probably like around 7 or so. I haven't decided yet the exact time, but definitely want to do some night flying as well on Thursdays. And every other day we're just doing it at 12 p.m. Eastern time, my time. So just like we did today. That'll be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right, so we're coming up 10 miles from PIO here, and we are looking good below 28,000, which is what we need to be, and approaching 24,000. Right after this, we can continue this descent actually to 19,000. So man, it's bumpy. We're getting pushed around nicely, so we can continue to 19,000 because we're gonna be good here. So continue that descent to 19,000, but now we need to roll back on the speed now. So we got to do 280 as we head down here, and we can continue doing about 1,500 is fine at the moment. There it is. We're starting to see some of the lake and mountain views. San Jose is down here as well somewhere. I think I see traffic coming into San Jose. Yeah, we have American Airlines 1018 descending to San Jose from flight level 380. So he's also in the area. We got a couple of airports all around here. You got San Francisco, you have Oakland, and then you have San Jose International. Those are 3 major airports right in this area, in very tight proximity here. All right, we're good at 280. We're passing PIO. Next we have Big Low. Big Low is coming up at we need to be at flight level 190, so that should be no problem as we're getting close to that already. And 6 more minutes to pull my ATIS information as we are seeing the beautiful coast of the Pacific here. After big low, we're gonna head down to, we gotta get under 16,000. So under 16,000, and we can actually head directly to 11,000 with no problem after this one for Cork. Right, this was a nice flight, man. I really enjoyed this one. Joseph, thank you for sticking around the entire flight, man. Appreciate you for that. It's just a lot of fun, and thank you for stopping by. And glad that you got your flight in over there from Frankfurt. So hopefully that was a nice flight as well, as you arrived into that area. All right, after this turn, we're going to be heading 160, looks like. We're going to start heading down to, what did I say? So we're leveling off at 190 now. After flight level 1900, we're going to head down to 11,000. So all the way down to 11,000 for Cork. We're going to fly right over the airport on this arrival, and then come around and land on 28 left. So here it is, flight level 280. I'm sorry, 190, and then speed still at 280, so that's good. We'll slow down at 250 knots when we get to Cork. We can slow down a bit more there at 250, and obviously under 10,000 would be at 250 as well. All right, there it is, heading down to 11,000 as we make our final, well, close to our final descent here. Just beautiful. All right, we're getting below 18,000. Let's see. We might already have access to our new 80, so I'm gonna go ahead and request that here. See what it looks like for San Francisco. Just 2 minutes from the hour. Usually around 55. This thing is already posted here, so we might be able to take advantage of this. Right now, so let's go ahead in here and let's wait for that to populate. Also, we are in VATSIM, so let me advise my intentions. We are currently how far from the airport? Let's take a look here. We can go here, radio. Their San Francisco VOR is 115.8. VOR sits right on top of the airport. Then we can turn this on here, and we can see we're about 34 miles out. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2104 is 33 miles out of the field on the north side, inbound Bodega 3 arrival. We're descending to 11,000, flying over the field for 28 left approach, Delta 2104, San Francisco traffic. All right, excellent. So VATSIM is advised on what we are doing here. We're descending to 11,000, speed 280. We have our ATIS requested. Company information has arrived. So let's go in here and see what we have. MCDU, ATSU, coming in here, AOC menu. Let's see what has been received. And we are looking, let's print this out to make sure this is the correct one. 1756, and it is currently 1800. So yeah, this is the correct one. Let's go plug this information into our performance page. So let's pick up the printout and let's come back over here. All right, so altimeter 3006. Our temperature is going to be 18. There we go. And our winds are currently 270 at 15. So we're going to have some fun here on this approach. So 270 at 15. It's not too bad of a crosswind, so it shouldn't be too bumpy or difficult coming in. But a 270 at 15. So you're definitely going to feel it at 15. You're going to feel that a little bit there. 300 on the altimeter. We can switch this now. So 3006 and then 3006 right here as well. All right, guys, we are looking good below 16,000 for LATSI, so we're hitting that perfectly. And then we need to be below 13,000 for Bodega. That should not be a problem coming up. And then we'll level off at 11,000 to fly over the airport. Airport should be, that's the San Francisco bridge right there. Oakland sits over here, and I believe San Francisco airport is right over here. Right, Bodega, we're below 13,000, so that's good. Cork, we need to be below, or we need to be at 11,000. We should be able to get that with no problem. I'm going to just start reducing my speed here to 250 knots, but I'm still going to maintain the descent here just to make sure that we get under that 11,000 or at 11,000 before we get there. It's gonna be like right to the wire as we cross 12,000. So there it is, San Francisco Bridge. Nice. Which is actually the Golden Gates Bridge. It's not San Francisco Bridge. All right, coming up by 11,000 for Corks. We're flying over the airport. Actually, over here. So that's our airport there. We'll fly over that and then come around for our beautiful approach. At over San Francisco, we'll call our intentions, and we're going to be descending down. We're going to be heading 140 and coming around for Bonky. So we'll put this on here, expecting 140. Alright, perfect, guys. Looking really good. We need to maintain 6,000 right after this. That is going to be our descent right after we cross over the airport. San Francisco traffic flying over the field at 11,000, descending 6,000 for the ILS 28 left approach San Francisco traffic. Alright, so we are good here. There we go. We're over the field. Directly over the field, as you can see right on there. That is San Francisco. And what we're going to do now is start descending to 6,000. Go ahead, roll back our speed here a little bit to under 220. And we start our descent. Very good. All right, excellent. So now I have my ILS 28 left approach plate up, and we're looking to get in around 6,000. At 6,000, we can start turning in at Eddy. Actually, our approach, we want to set it up off of Eddy. So let's just come in here, look at this here, and we're gonna go ILS to a, yeah, that's good, to a left, but I want to do it off Eddy. Eddy's a lot better for the way we are coming in here. So yeah, see, so we're aiming for this Eddy here. We're gonna come around and come right in here. It's better than going all the way down and coming over. So that is what we're going to do. So we can start heading a little bit this way, 140. So we'll head 140 here, and we'll actually do a little more. 150 is good. We'll start descending here.
Downward 5 heavy, turning final, long final, runway 28 right. 19 nautical miles from the runway.
Alright, what airport did he say? Not sure we got the airport he was talking about. So mandatory 6,000 feet in this area for Eddy, because obviously you can see the mountains are pretty high up here. So you don't want to be crashing into those. And our max speed here is going to be 240. So we're below that. We're doing 210. I don't want to get too ahead up here. And I'm actually going to most likely start turning into Eddy now. So I'm not gonna do this whole entire loop around. It's just way too much. That can take another 15-20 minutes easily. So we're not gonna do that. All right, below 10,000, landing lights can come on. Our crew can be advised, and we can actually let them know what a beautiful sight we have here in the bottom. So let's give them a point of interest.
This is your captain speaking.
Very nice.
Look outside your window this morning and take in the view we have right here.
Yep, have a beautiful view. That should give us a couple of points here on PacX. Passengers are satisfied. Very good. 6,000. We can go ahead and start turning into 140, and we can start turning into our ILS, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. Our ILS should be nice and active. There it is, San Francisco. I just want to know where that other aircraft said he was, because I don't see him here on our TCAS. And he said 28 left, so I wonder if he was going in for our airport. You know what? Just to make sure we don't run into nobody. Actually, yes, he is. We should be actually seeing him, so don't know what's going on. Ah, there he is coming up now. There he is. All right, so we're far from him. We can go ahead and start turning. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2104 is turning left base for final runway 28 left, San Francisco traffic. All right, here we go. All the way around into our approach. Perfect, 220 knots. We're going to go ahead and throw flaps 1, help us maintain that speed there. And help us with the descent as well as we continue this turn to intercept our ILS. We can start heading down now to 4,000. Actually, we can start heading down to 3,100. So 3,100 is what we're clear to, and we could do that starting right now. So let's start our descent. Looking good, guys. A beautiful flight into San Francisco from Salt Lake City. Another beautiful place as well. Again, just two really amazing airports. We've been in the air for about an hour and 40 minutes, which is exactly what this flight should be. So good on timing as well. I'm gonna go ahead and turn into a little bit more so we can track this. And where is our traffic? Should be on the ground already. Alright, we're looking good. There is our ILS, guys. We're going to follow our nav for now, though. I'm going to turn it a little bit more so you can line up correctly to intercept our localizer. We are doing good on our descent. Let's get it down a little bit faster there. And actually, we're good to go all the way to 1,800 now. So let's go ahead and descend down to 1,800. We're going to bring our speed back a little bit here to about 210. $15 miles out. There's our field over to about our, was that 11 o'clock or so? Maybe 10. Go ahead and turn this a little bit more. And here we are, guys. We are looking good. Our descent rate is good. Our speed is good. We can increase our descent just a little bit so we can start slowing down even more as we get lower here. Localizer should be coming up here. I'm going to turn just a little bit more there, and I'm just going to turn on the localizer so we can go ahead and intercept that. There it is. Perfect. Alright, we are lined up for final 10 miles out. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2104 is on 10 miles final, runway 28 left, San Francisco traffic. Alright, sweet, we are set, guys. Let's get configured here, 10 miles out. We're bringing back the speed here as we level off at 18,000. We're going to go ahead and activate our approach. All in here looks good. We're gonna go ahead and bring our speed back right under 180. We're gonna go ahead and turn on some flaps here. 1 and 2. All right. Oh, too much. There we go. I thought it was a lot slower. There we go. Flaps. Actually 3. And let's get configured. Auto brakes on medium. Ground spoilers are on. More flaps will come on as we slow down here. We're going to catch our localizer, our glide slope. Speed is going to be managed.
Heavy exiting runway 28 right, echo, crossing 28 left, taxiing back via.
Runway turn-off lights, nose lights to taxi.
International terminal via taxiway Alpha.
We are set, guys, as we're coming in here.
Taxiway Bravo.
Very, very nice. As we reduce speed, I'm going to throw on another set of flaps as we get close to final there. We're gonna go full flaps, gears down, and we are set, guys. All right, let's do this. We are 5 miles out. We'll call short final, and we'll take over in about another 2 miles. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2104, short final, runway 28 left, San Francisco. Minimums, continue. My airplane, let's bring this in nice and smooth. The wind's not as bad, 277 at 7, so that's not too bad there. I was expecting a much stronger winds, but it's right from ahead of us, so direct headwinds not bad. Should be smooth and easy, but who knows? We'll do our best here. Let's bring this down nice and straight there.
500. 400. 300.
You don't want to miss this. You don't want to be early on that threshold.
200.
Check the temperature of the water.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
All right, excellent. Nose down, gently, and reversers. We are good, guys. Excellent. A little bit to the right, but not too bad. All right, reversers coming off. We're looking for Echo. Should be the next one, just like we planned, up ahead. So we'll roll out a little more out of here. Actually, got to go a little up ahead. We could have taken Lima, but we'll take Echo. That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Francisco. The local time is 11:70 a.m. and it's currently about
Weird, I don't see this one
degrees
on my
Fahrenheit.
charts,
Now
this
please
taxiway
hold the
here.
devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a
Is it a
complete
correct
stop
taxi?
and the seatbelt sign is turned off.
I see the
Remember
next
to
one, not
keep
this
caution
one.
when opening the overhead bins
So
as
that's
they may have
interesting.
used during the flight. If this is
Maybe
your
this
final
is not actual
destination,
taxiway.
please
Maybe I
keep
should not
flying
have taken
with us
this.
and we hope to see you again.
Yeah, I think that was incorrect, but it worked. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2104 is clear, runway 28 left, taxi into Terminal 7, Gate 5, San Francisco traffic. All right, let's turn here, guys. We're going for Terminal 7, Gate 5, and that threw me off because you could tell that doesn't have a taxi line or lights, so that was not really an actual taxi thing, but all good. No worries. Let's clean up, guys. Here we are. Flaps coming in. Spoilers retracted. Flaps are good. Clean up our wings here. And coming up here, we can turn off our landing lights. We can turn off our strobe lights as well. And we are set. Let's go ahead and start up our master switch and start up our APU. We are looking for Charlie 5. That should be coming up on this terminal here. APU start. Guys, amazing. Let's turn off our clock here. Great landing. Could have been a little bit more to the middle. It was a little bit to the left, to the right, but outside from that, that feels really smooth. But we'll see what the numbers say, what the actual numbers are. All right, Charlie 5. Say here, our charts is showing us here, so we're gonna go ahead and take it here. Charlie 5. Here we go, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie 5 is telling us right here. So might not be matching up to exactly what it is, but this is where it's telling us to turn. So we are turning. I know the numbers are different. I am not sure why, but oh, don't crash into me. It should be here. Charlie 5 is actually telling us, right, this is the tower. Charlie 5 should be right over here. I see the numbers are different here. They're showing 45, and so it doesn't match up nicely, but that's all right. We'll take 45A. No worries. Just make sure I'm not the one messing this up. No, I'm looking at it good. Yeah, this is Charlie Terminal. We're gonna pretend this one coming up here is Charlie 5. So I'm not sure if the sim is wrong or if a navigraph is wrong, but somebody's not right. But this is Charlie 5 here. Let's go ahead and turn on our APU. Runway turn-off lights can come off. Nose lights off as well. Taxi lights, that is. And we are gonna park right in here, guys. What a beautiful tower. That is nice. We're gonna park right in here. All right, excellent. Let's not clip our wings there. You know what, let's stop there. The last thing you need to do is crash it when you're parking. Brakes are coming on. APU is already on.
Open traffic, heading 378
Seatbelts coming off.
Lower 30 open.
Engines are off. Let's go ahead and connect our jetway. And we are set, guys. Jetway's being connected. Passengers are off. Everything is looking good. Flight directors can come off as well. Sweet. All right, let's check some numbers. Let's see how we did there. Beacon lights can come off also. Beacon lights can come off here. Wing lights can come off as well. We'll keep the night light. This actually is off, and external power is coming on. So pretty nice. Beautiful approach into San Francisco, which is again another beautiful modeled airport. As you can see, he got a couple of aircrafts. Got American Airlines over there. Saw somebody else over here too. Lingus over there. And all right, so pretty cool. All right, let's hang out over here at the tower while we look at some numbers, see how we did on our approach here. So anybody else coming in? No, not right now. All right, guys, looking pretty good. Beautiful flight. About 2 hours or so total time. That's not bad. Hour and 50 minutes for the actual flight. Let's take a look at some numbers. Let's go over at Sim Toolkit Pro. It's giving us 203 feet per minute. I'll take that. That's okay for me. I thought it was a lot harder than that, actually. I thought it felt like it was a little more rougher, but that is good. We'll take that there. No problem. And how do we end this flight? Come over here, finish flight, and that is done. So excellent there. And then let's see what PacX is giving us. We'll look at PacX and let's see what they give us as far as that. We're gonna end our flight here with PacX. Delta 2104 A320NEO, Salt Lake City to San Francisco. Hour and 44 flight time.
Go traffic, American 383. Fully established 15-mile final landing, ILS runway 28 right, San Francisco traffic.
28 right, should be coming up here. We'll take a view at that. Let's see how he does. So yeah, pretty good here, guys. 177 passengers, 95% satisfaction. Landing rate 177, 2 hours and 1 minute block time. Soft landing. So cool. That was pretty good, guys. That was fun. That was definitely fun. Thanks for everyone that joined us. Shout out to Joseph for hanging out with us for the entire show here. Appreciate you for that. And guys, we'll see you on the next one, which will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we are doing night ops. So we're gonna have a night ops every week on Thursday nights, and we'll see where we go tomorrow. I'm probably gonna hang out in the East Coast. We'll see where VATSIM is hot at that time. You know what's a great flight for VATSIM is New York to Atlanta. It's an hour and a half. It's an amazing flight. Never get tired of it. Maybe that's something that we can check out here. So we have American Airlines coming in. Let's take a look at how he does here before we depart. And I wish you guys an amazing evening. And we'll see you guys on the next one. So I'll leave you here with this approach. Let's see. We've seen two really amazing landings today from Delta 858, Delta 858 landing into Salt Lake City. Did an amazing approach. Man, he buttered the heck out of that thing. We had someone else was landing to another Delta. I couldn't get a good picture of him, but here we have, I believe, is American Airlines. Let's see. Let's take a look. We have a little time here. We have I'll tell you right now who is coming in. He just called himself out, but I didn't catch it. This is I believe American Airlines 207 or 207 or 383. We'll find out. I can't tell. There's several American Airlines here in the area. I cannot tell which one exactly this is. So we'll take a look. There he is coming in. Again, guys, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. All right, we got FedEx coming in as well. So very busy airport today. It is only going to get busier as it gets later. San Francisco really gets busy here. So all right, we'll check out this landing, and after this we will call it a day. See this one coming in nicely here. In the meantime, just go ahead and get some tunes in here as we wait. What you said, 2A right or 2A left? We will find out shortly. Now I don't remember if that was a FedEx or if this is the American Airlines coming in. And I already closed Sim Toolkit Pro, so I'm not gonna open it to look it up. Also, now we also have
San Francisco traffic, American 383 on short final 28 right, San Francisco traffic.
Oh, American 383. There we go. Nice. American 383 coming in lovely there. We also have now, you can't do it on this drone view, but if you go to any other view and you click on V, you can see now who's coming in. I forgot about this. Now, does it give me the it doesn't give me the name. That's okay. No, can't ask for too much, right? We got something. Can I put this here too? Let me see. Ah, very nice. Again, the sim is only getting better, guys, so let's definitely enjoy this as we keep getting newer features here. There's American Airlines coming in nice and smooth. Let's see the butter. Let's see. There it is, coming in to a right. All right, height looks good, altitude looks good. he is hitting it right on the thresholds, guys. Yeah, he is on point. Dead center too. There he goes. That bounce there you see, that's just VATSIM not sending fast information to my system. So that's all that is. But yeah, dead center, guys. Look at that. That is nice. He buttered that one too. Everybody's doing butter today. Very nice. Very, very nice. So there it is, American Airlines. Again, I don't know why my matter matching with V-Pilot doesn't work. It works for other planes and it doesn't for some. It makes no sense at times. But that is American Airlines coming in there. American Airlines 383. So great job on that landing. Beautiful thing. All right, guys, take care. I will see you on the next stream. Have a good one. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow for the night ops. We'll see if maybe go from John F. Kennedy over to Atlanta. I think that'll be a good one. So take care, guys. See ya.
San Francisco traffic, American 383 is clear of 28 right, taxiing to parking via Tango. San Francisco traffic, American 383 crossing 28 left.